If a
Yes,
woman's
sir.
going to put her life in your hand and the children's life in your hand, then you got to carry that burden. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Cool, man. Uh,
Appreciate it, sir.
you're welcome, man. Keep in contact. I'd like to know how it turns out.
Definitely.
There you go. Peace out. See,
Peace.
guys, a lot of us, I mean, none of this stuff doesn't come with like a handbook. And men who are raised without fathers, man, that's really, here's what I need you ladies to understand. No man who's raised without a father likes being a man like this. Men don't like being ineffectual. I put it myself. When I was an ineffectual man, I did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy being able to be a performer in corporate America and in the business world and in academics, but then in my personal life, just be confused as fuck. It was gut wrenching. And there was no internet. And there were no spaces like this to talk to people. You just had to bumble from decision to decision to try to make this shit up. So, like I told that guy, at best, anybody can expect to get from anybody is 80% of what you want. That's the best you can expect to get. But I would tell you this, I said this when I was in the grocery store. I saw a bunch of guys and I was like, get a lot of lotion because a lot of guys are going to be sitting around because, like it or not, if we're going to be on this quarantine stuff, you got to be honest with yourself. It's a hell of a lot easier to be quarantined with a family, with an in-house sex and a family versus being a single man with all your provisions and money and everything else. You're just sitting up there, a king in an empty castle. Shit's gonna get very real for men and women real quick. And here's what I expect gonna happen. People, for the first time in a long time in their life, they're gonna have a chance to sit down and be still. I used to tell my ex-wife this all the time. You're listening to everybody, everything going on, but you won with me early on in life. You got it too good in life, but one day you're gonna be lying in bed all alone. Can you post the Zoom link because some members on the chat would like to speak to you? Sure. Say sure. Sorry. There's a link, Fitness Mom. One day you're gonna be in the bed all alone with your thoughts, and you ain't gonna be able to stand it. A decade went by. But when I finally got a call from my ex, she was like, everything you said was right. I was like, because I had finally figured it out. I put the burdens where the responsibilities where it were. That's why you never hear me talk crazy about my exes. For all the problems we had, the failure was on my part. Ultimately, I carried that ultimate responsibility, even with flawed partners. Because that's the male burden. That's the burden of male leadership. I didn't have to pick them. And honestly, if I asked myself, if my daughter would have had a man like me at those times, I couldn't blame her if she couldn't have followed his inconsistent, over emotional, confused self. So honestly, a lot of us are gonna have to cut each other some slack. But men, we get no slack. Cut yourself some slack by getting yourself together. Let's see what we got. There we go. So yeah, it ain't easy. A lot of guys out here trying to become a man they never saw, a father they never saw, a husband they never saw, a provider they never saw. Yeah, it ain't easy. A lot of guys out here trying. What's going on, man?
What's up, Kevin?
Pretty good, man. Can you mute your channel in the background?
Hey, what's up, Kevin? Meant to tell you happy birthday and everything.
Appreciate it, man. What you got for us?
Man, me and my best friend here listed to you, man. You hit people harder than a left hook, right cross, man.
It's all love.
It's of course it's love. This is how men speak, especially older to younger.
Mm-hmm.
See, the problem is we all forget the adage: to beat a man, you got to beat the man, and shit, you got to become a man.
Yeah.
See, a lot of times when I was 17, when I joined the army, foot in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Even before that, when I wrestled, guess what? Nobody wanted. You want to be a champion? You're gonna put in that work. Like hell, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting until like what? Early winter, late fall to get promoted.
Right.
Like people got to put in work, especially you got to see a lot of times when you listen to a lot of young black men, they want everybody to believe in them more than they believe in themselves, man.
Mm-hmm.
But man, my best friend here, we were just talking about, nah, we can't bullshit anymore. Got to start your business. Got to start your passion.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Well,
was, go ahead.
yeah, and see, that's one of the things that I've started to really realize that brothers, we we're looking for certainty. And this what this pandemic, this whole coronavirus, you're only going to get so much certainty. The market's going to give you so much certainty. You can prep until, but you can only have so much certainty. You still got to go on with life. And because so many of us never saw black men being able to do anything or build anything, we didn't get certainty from other generations. So we're charting that path along by ourselves. And oftentimes it's that fear of the unknown that just keeps us stuck.
That's very true. Like, how many black men do you know that hunt?
Well, now I'm from Oklahoma, so I know more than average.
More than
But
average. But the average black male
mhm.
don't even have a damn rifle to say, you know what? Go to the woods. Got to bring this deer. Got to drag this fucking deer. Got to go get him.
Mm-hmm.
Got to
Well,
go get him.
here's something I recommend all men watch while on this break. Go to Amazon Prime TV and watch a show called The Island. Charles Faulkner. I'm telling you, go watch season 2, where you got 2 islands. On one island, 14 men. On one island, 14 women. Uninhabited in the Pacific Northwest. 6 weeks. Followed by two camera people on the island or with the parties, and go watch what happens.
I think I've seen part of that before because the women didn't build shit.
Bro, it was a neo pill paradise. But what it actually showed you is that when we get right down to it, we got a lot of modern conveniences. A lot of men don't really know ourselves. See, you're a military man and you're a fighter. And one of the things I tell guys often is you need to get punched in the face to know who you really are. I really found out who I was the first time I got hit really hard as a boy. I got hit so hard, it shocked me. And then I started crying like a bitch. I mean, I was crying that ugly cry. I was shocked. I was running around like a little girl with my hair on fire. Then I got fucking mad. I had never been so mad. Then I got hot. Then something happened. I hulked out. It had never happened before.
It's that healthy aggression.
And that's what I needed to. And I was like, and at that point, I fought Leon and I got my ass whooped. But I knew at that point I'm a boy.
I know that feeling in second grade.
Mm-hmm.
I could tell you his name, Donald. I mean, he was tall as shit for second grader, man. Thought he was a fifth grader. Kept fucking with me, beat my ass, broke his nose, still beat my ass. But every time he had to wear that contraption over his nose,
that's right.
He didn't want that fight anymore.
Well, and that's why I see a lot of us had that growing up, and so many guys today, because what they've done with guys in school, they've taken all the contact and competition out. So boys don't even get a chance to get hit. And we're sending young men out here completely unprepared for the combat of this life.
Oh yeah, watching.
And that's why the 2 places I'm like, you either need to go to the Army or to the Navy, where I tell a lot of young men, because you're not going to be able to be reparented or recoached. For a lot of guys, sometimes you're going to have to go around the military and get the the man training that you did not get from the society you grew up in. Because without it, you're gonna be a bunch of grass eating lions at 40 years old, and that's a bad look.
Yeah, that's the reason why Cerulean and myself wrote a 52-page initiative for young black men.